till the end. Therefore, the sacrifice he offered was acceptable to God as the cost for sin. And that is why the cross of Jesus is central in the Christian life. And that is why it is necessary for Jesus to die the death that God knew about it beforehand. And that's why his death was the key for those who believe in him and those who receive that sacrifice in their heart and accept it. They are entitled that their sin is paid for. You know, it is a cost for paying for the sin. You know, that is what the cross is in the Christian life. That's why it is central. That's why you remove the cross from the Christian life, you have removed the whole Christian faith. Many people, not just Muslims, some other people also, they say Jesus did not die on the cross. That was, and I'm not, of course, Dr. Zakir will know better than me in details, but my part I say Jesus did die on the cross. And I'm going to, in the time available, now I just gave you an idea why the cross is important, central in our life, because that death was the key for my sins to be removed from my life. It's a free gift from God. God paid the price himself. God himself paid the price. Therefore, what he pays is good and worthy enough to remove sin. Not like a sacrifice I would do. It is a polluted sacrifice, because a sinner offering a sacrifice, a polluted sacrifice. But Jesus, a perfect man, offering himself, though as if he was a sinner. He was willing to receive the punishment of a sinner, but he was not a sinner. It is a sentence of spiritual death in me. He said, you don't die it, give it to me, and I'll take it for you. And now I'm going to just go through some of the historic things in the scripture. Some of them are indirectly talking about the death and the sacrifice of Jesus. Some of them directly, very clearly speaking, some of them indirectly. So I'll go through few things here and there as time permits me. Now, you know, the first five books of the Bible are written by the prophet Moses. And the first book is Genesis, that describes the history of God created the earth and the first development of human beings in the old times in Babylon, etc. Now, one thing is, I'm sure some of you, and most of you in school have learned, at least heard about the story of Adam and Eve, how Adam and Eve was created, and he had fellowship with God. There was no barrier between Adam and Eve and God. Therefore, God and Adam and Eve see each other. They talk to each other. There is fellowship, there is oneness between Adam, Eve, and God the Creator. Why? Because there was no sin between them. Okay, that's the time before sinning. Now, later, when the devil, who came in the deceiving form of a serpent, and he succeeded, causing them to sin. Never mind what he sinned and all of that. Basically, it's written in the scripture, some fruit they were forbidden to eat, and then they ate it. That fruit is not important. What is important is that they did disobey God. They did disobey God, and something God warned them that they are not allowed to do. So when they did that, then sin came to earth. And then Adam and Eve was separated from God. From that day onwards, the rift between God and man started. Many people say, I wish I could see God. I wish if God made heaven, why I can't see him? Why I do so? Many people wrongly give bad attributes on God because they see evil around them. Actually, evil is man has made it, not God. But what happened? God is righteous in his judgment. And see, some of the things that happened in the past, very small incident. I'm not reading the whole thing, just small part. When Adam and Eve sinned against God, and then God was so angry with the serpent, so angry with Eve, so angry with Adam. Each one accordingly received some measure of a curse in his life. Now the serpent received a curse that the serpent will be, all the days of her life will crawl on the dust. And in the case of Eve, God told her, because you have tempted your husband to eat that which is forbidden, from now on, your husband